didn't see you there. And welcome to another episode of Crenshaw Corner. As always, I am Sanchez Crenshaw, and I'm joined by the most beautiful Smurf that I know.
What up, America? What up, family? How y'all doing? What is going on, family? What is going on? First of all, Sanchez, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that on Friday.
Don't do what?
That Smurf. Okay, first of all. And I personally miss all of my accolades. You give me, the last couple episodes you've been giving me like one. Like my most wonderful. Well, bruh, I need you to hype me up. So we gonna try it again? Go ahead.
Are you gonna tell the people your name?
Nope, not till you do it again.
So we really gonna do the intro again?
No, go ahead. Do it again. My part. Mm-hmm.
Just your part?
Just the part about me. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Family. As always, I am Sanchez Crenshaw, and I'm joined by the most chocolate, beautiful Smurf that I know.
Yes. What's going on, family? What's going on? I am Angela Crenshaw. What's going on, family? What's going
That's my
on?
Wife, people.
See how that was?
That's my
I
wife,
still
people.
don't like the Smurf part.
I'm saying,
But I like the joyous chocolate because I am chocolate.
Yeah,
Amen.
you chocolatey,
Amen.
you joyous. You
yes.
3 apples high like a Smurf.
What's up? It's Friday.
It is Friday. We're coming to you on a Friday, people.
Yes, and we decided to come to you on a Friday in the evening.
We did. We decided to do something just a little different there, family. Just a little different. Throw you a curveball every once in a while. So what we want to do is simply welcome everyone. First, allow me to welcome our first-time members of the family.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If
we
this
love
is
you.
your first time listening, however you found us.
All right now.
We thank you for finding us.
Thank you.
For our returning listeners, welcome back, family.
Welcome back, family. What is going on? We missed you guys.
For our regular listeners, you already know what you're getting into.
Yeah, so get ready. Strap on. Get ready.
Hey, it's a journey around here.
It's a journey. Now, here's the thing. We've had a couple of people say to us, not just one, but a couple, hey, why don't you do this podcast every day? We're all home. You guys work from home and you're home. No, people.
No, we're not doing it every day.
Not every day.
Nah, you'll get tired of us if we do it every day.
Yeah, then you'll be like, ugh, I'm tired of hearing their voices.
Because I'll be honest, I get tired of myself. So, you'll get tired of us every day.
Yes, but thank you guys for asking about that. We appreciate it.
We do want to take the time to, all jokes aside, and I know a lot of the times that my wife and I may be silly, but we do, we don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
The fact that we actually do have regular listeners,
yeah,
people that actually look forward to our midweek moments on Wednesdays, people who look forward to our Friday full episodes.
Yeah,
and we just thank you. It's
you
a humbling
so much.
It's very humbling.
It's very humbling
to know that there are actually people that actually care about what we have to say.
Yeah.
Actually find nuggets in what we have to say, for lack of a better term.
That's a wow factor right there.
That's a wow factor. That is a wow factor. Let's go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way real quick.
Go for it.
So, like I said, for those who are new to the Crenshaw Corner, we are on the socials. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. Typically what we do is that we'll post random things, helpful tips, just a little bit of basically what our podcast consists of. You'll kind of find it on our Instagram, on Facebook. It's also a way that we communicate with our family.
Yeah.
I mean, we consider anyone who listens to us, we consider you guys
family. You in here now, you in the book.
And then we also have, they're in the book.
They're in the book.
They're in the book.
They're in the family book.
And we also have an email address, which is thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. We love to speak with you. We love interacting with you. Continue to reach out to us. Continue to email us. And we just thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And here's the thing. I know some people have been like, we need more of you guys on the socials. You need to put more information and do more stuff. So we will. We're going to do our YouTube station, like we said. We will do some Facebook Lives.
We are going to start doing
that. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because we're getting questions about that. Hey, where are you? Where are you guys?
Yeah,
we hear you, but we want to see you too. So we promise.
And I think the crazy part, we're like, 14 or 15 episodes in.
Yeah.
We're still new to this. We're
still
babies in
it. Come on now. What we in, baby?
We're babies in the game.
Babies in the game. Babies in the game.
The only aspect of my life I can still be considered a baby.
A baby in the game.
So
Woo!
We're still trying to figure this thing out. So we're trying new things, trying different things.
Yeah.
It's the old It's the old grandmother technique with throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks.
See if it sticks. It's an old technique. Old technique.
So let's.
Okay, but who
I'm sorry, go ahead.
was your grandmama doing that? My grandmama.
Well, not it's more the like the real old Italian grandmothers when they doing their spaghetti.
Because you
they
throw
doing their pasta,
anything on my
they
grandmama
throw it against
wall.
the wall, see if it sticks.
So your grandmama let you do that?
Nah, she beat me when I did that.
Okay, because I was saying my grandma
story
didn't
for
play
another
that. All right, I'm just asking because I know my grandmama don't play that. But go ahead, you ain't gonna mess up no food up in her piece.
Saying.
Okay, but go ahead.
All right.
Sorry. We back.
We are in the process of doing a series right now. We actually doing our regular weekly podcast.
Yes.
We're doing a series on self-care.
Self-care.
There are 6 facets of self-care. We added a 7th.
We did.
And each week we go through each facet of self-care. We're not going to go through all of them right now.
Do you know all of them, Sanchez?
I actually don't. That's why we're not going to go through all of them right now.
Nah, bro. We going to do it. Go ahead.
Nah. Okay.
Nope.
I really don't.
It's for you.
Nah, that's on you.
I'm so mad. Okay, so so far we've done physical self-care.
We've done physical self-care.
We've done intellectual self-care. We've done emotional self-care.
That was actually my favorite episode.
Emotional self-care.
Out of all the ones we've done, that was my favorite episode.
Yeah. We got spiritual self-care coming up soon.
We still have spiritual self-care.
Social self-care. We're doing sensory self-care today.
Sensory?
Come on, and then we're going to do security self-care.
We're going to end it with security.
Yeah, the one that we added because it's so important.
Yeah, so what we're going to request is that if you haven't already, and if you haven't, why not?
Why not?
Go back to the beginning. Listen to every episode we've uploaded. Get caught up.
Get caught up,
That is
people.
your homework assignment if you haven't.
Get caught up.
And now we're going to just jump right in.
Yes.
So, Angela.
Don't do it.
I don't have a question. Well, I do have a question.
You always have a question.
It's not really a question.
To be honest, you always coming up with a question. This is how this podcast always. This is how the whole venture started. Because he would always go, "Hey, babe, I got a question." So this is how this whole thing started. Because he always has a question for me.
But no, it's not really a question.
Okay, it's a statement.
It's more of a statement.
Okay, go ahead, go for it.
It's a request, if you will.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
Tell the family about sensory self-care.
But here's the thing. Why you can't tell? Why I always got to tell the family something? You tell the family what sensory self-care is. What do you think it is, Sanchez?
Because I can't always do the heavy lifting.
Ooh.
I mean, sometimes you just can't always just sit there and look pretty.
Ooh.
I mean, sometimes you got to lift too.
You know what? I almost said something to you.
Hello,
family. Hello, family. Okay, baby. It's just like with sensory self-care.
Sensory self-care.
Go for it.
So let's go back to, we all learned it in grammar school and elementary school, depending on your generation. But it's your 5 senses. It's touch. It's sight. It's hearing. It's smell. It's taste.
Yes.
Those are your 5 senses.
I'm so proud that you know that.
Yeah, actually.
And you even had to do it with your little fingers and stuff to make sure you did 5. I'm proud.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
I actually, the reason I remember them is I actually recently did a leadership development on 5 sensories of management. Of utilizing your 5 sensories as you lead and manage a team. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, hold on. Pause, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
You know you just can't scurry past that.
Why not?
Okay, just for 1 second. Example for management. How does that working? Just one. Don't be long-winded. For one example, okay, give me an IE.
How to use your 5 senses in management or leadership.
Yes, please.
All right, let's go with sight.
Right.
Sight in leadership is very important.
Okay.
Because you have to be able to see the room. You have to be able to see your employees. You have to be able to see the people you're leading. Look past the task that you have them doing.
Okay.
And be able to see the person. Because once you actually see the person, you're able to determine a couple of different things. A, do you have their buy-in? Because the very leadership 101 is that you have to have whoever you're leading, you have to have their buy-in.
Okay.
If you're not visually paying attention, you're not going to see whether or not you have their buy-in.
Okay.
So once you're able to see whether or not you have their buy-in, then you can see whether or not you have them assigned to the proper task.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times as managers, what we want to do, we have something that needs to be done and we just want to throw a body at it.
Right.
And because we just throw a body and we're not using our eyes to see, does that task actually fit your skills?
Okay, now.
So if I'm not paying attention, I just throw a task on you that you're not suited for. Now the task is not getting done As an employee, you're frustrated because I have you in the wrong role. As a
Right.
manager / leader, I'm frustrated because the task is not getting done and I feel like you're underachieving. When if I just would have taken the time to use my sight to see
Or all of your senses.
but you just asked for an example,
I
so I'm
know.
just using
Yeah,
sight.
I got you.
But that's one of the things that I teach and one of the things that I show.
You better
of how to use
teach,
sight
boy.
in the 5 senses of management.
Look
Like I
at
said,
you.
that's a different life.
Yes, teach, baby.
That's a different life.
Teach. That ain't a different life.
So
You look sexy when you teach.
thank you very much. Thank you
You
very much.
welcome, boo.
All right, so self-care sensory.
Yeah.
So it's basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason we're doing this, family, if you haven't caught on yet, we don't study beforehand.
We're just trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, my wonderful wife will give me what the topic is, or I'll give her what the topic is. We don't exchange notes,
Just sit down.
and we just, because we want to give you the most honest dialogue and the most honest conversation
That we can. Yes.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, go ahead, go for it.
But to me, sensory self-care is utilizing your 5 senses to ensure that emotionally, physically, spiritually, that you're taken care of.
Yeah.
And it's not getting it confused with the actual physical aspects of it.
Right.
Because it's not necessarily what you physically see in your life, but it's your perception of life.
Yes.
Is using your self-care perception, your senses, the perception of your senses to ensure that you're living up to the best version of you.
Yep.
Did that kind of...
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
and
cool.
It does. And also, again, you use your senses. You use it's just you'll just see. We'll go over some. Let's
Okay,
see if
well,
we can have some fun with it.
It's on you.
It's on me.
It's on
Okay.
you.
So for me, using my senses. So let's say, for instance, smells, right? Smells. People use smell for a lot of anxiety and stress.
What do you mean?
Okay, for instance, they'll tell you to get some spearmint oil, eucalyptus oil, lavender, or some essential oil that's a calming oil. Put it on a rag or something and just smell it. And those
You
smells.
about to start talking about that hocus pocus juju, ain't you?
You know I love oils.
These Christians out here. You about
Whatever,
to do that
boy.
hocus pocus
Whatever. But you know, the essential oils, those are one of the great, like right now, we're burning lemongrass and orange.
Yeah, no, actually, it really does.
It does. And that lemongrass and orange together gives the house a light and airy feeling.
It does.
Like a joyous feeling. It makes sure the sense of smell rise to the occasion. You like that?
I like that.
Rise to the occasion. So one of the things that you can do, like I just said, normally we always do. We have a pot that we never use, but just for this, we have a small pot. We put hot water in it. We put some essential oils in it. Like I said, lemongrass and orange is what we're using today. And then where's my voice going? Did it come back?
Because you're going too far away from the mic.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now my voice was cracking.
That's because you're still going through puberty.
Really? Because just not too long ago, last week, I was an old woman, perverted woman, and a cougar. Today, I'm young. Thank you, God. Look I'm just changing.
Well, no, I mean,
the longer we stay here, the more I'm changing.
No, I'm saying you're going through puberty. I'm still in daycare.
I hate you so much.
That's all I'm saying.
Whatever. Back to what we were
daycare.
saying. Back to what it. So we use that. So we use that pot and water, and we put whatever essential oils that we feel, and it heightens our senses. When we want to be more relaxed, we put lavender.
Yes.
For spiritual reasons, we use frankincense and myrrh when we're praying.
love frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah, when we're praying.
We do our seances.
We do not do seances. Stop it! Baby. Crenshaw.
We don't?
No, we don't.
Okay,
We don't do. We actually burn incense, myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh. It's like it blesses the house. So
yeah, because we
do not. Will you cut it out? If y'all hear something, it's me throwing something at baby.
Elvis has left the building. No, okay.
I hate you.
I'm just saying.
I hate you so much. So that's one of the things. So what kind of smells do you like? Because I know those are smells I like, and you do enjoy them in the house. But as far as heightening your smell, what could you smell? What do you smell? Like if you're anxious or stressed, is there a smell that you like, or you've ever used a smell technique to calm you down? Or
I'm going to answer that question.
Okay.
But I'm going to throw something in there just for a little bit. So keep me on track so I can get back to that particular question.
You see my face, right?
I love your face.
You love going on track, babe.
Your face is gorgeous.
Babe.
The way your face is shaped. Babe. Your beautiful little nose. Your cute little chipmunk cheeks. Peaches.
You better say something. I hit
love
you.
you.
I
All
hit
right.
you.
So
go ahead. Yes.
Here's why we're having this particular conversation. It's because, and what a lot of people don't realize, or they haven't taken the time to fully wrap their brain around, is that your five senses have to be in line for you to be balanced. And once again, not just talking about the physical aspect of touch, taste, smell, sight, sound, hearing, but it's the concept of those things, the astral plane, if you will, that has to be aligned for there to be balance. Because what happens if you don't realize it, and maybe you do realize it, a certain smell can trigger thought.
Yes, it does.
A certain smell can take you to a great place, or it can take you to the most horrible place.
Right.
Because it triggers memories.
Right. It does.
It does. If you're, that time where if there was a certain smell that was always in your home or always in your grandparents' home or your favorite adult's home as a child.
Mothballs.
Mothballs.
My grandma had mothballs. But go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
It triggers that thought.
I digress.
So that's why, because
your grandmama had mothballs.
There's a certain generation, though, that for a lot of people, mothballs trigger a thought and a thought for them.
Mothballs, people. But go ahead.
But that's why, and so we're going to go through the five, but that's why it's so important to pay attention to the smells and things around you. Yeah. Because it can trigger you.
It can trigger you.
It can.
It can.
Okay, so to go back to your question, for me.
Yes.
A calming smell. Actually, for me, it's more citrus.
Like what we're doing right now?
Yeah, like the orange, lemon. I love those smells.
Yeah.
Those
you eat lemons. That's why.
I do. I get that from my mother.
He get a bag of lemons. So basically,
all I need is a bag of lemons and some salt, and I'm good.
So what I just heard you say, just casually, then. So the lemons kind of trigger memory of you and your mom, then.
Actually, they do.
Yeah, because when you just said it, Cat, like, oh yeah, because my mom got me doing that. So
yeah, because she used to buy the 5-pound bag of lemons. And we didn't cook anything with it. We just eat the lemons. Like peel them and eat them like oranges.
Don't you put salt on your lemons?
Salt. I put salt on all my fruit.
Yes, he does, y'all.
Put salt on all my fruit.
Oh, we'll talk about that later another time.
It's a beautiful thing. It enhances.
Okay, that's what you keep saying.
Salt enhances the flavor of fruit. It really does, especially citrus.
So that's for your taste. So now we use the taste palette. Okay.
Yeah, but as far as like a calming scent for me, or if I'm anxious, or if I'm not feeling quite right, citrus, like the orange smell. I love the smell of pineapples.
I love pineapples too, baby. You know that already.
Yeah, but those smells calm me, kind of bring me down.
Yeah. You know what I like too? Well, this entire family is the smell of garlic. This is the most. We can't keep garlic salt, garlic bulbs, crushed garlic that you buy and keep in the refrigerator. I don't know what happened to the garlic in this house.
I get that from my cousin.
Ooh, okay.
My cousin Jerry.
Okay.
My cousin Jerry in Italy.
Okay.
When she used to come home and we used to go visit, and we spent some time. I spent some time in Florida, and she's not Italian, but she's been in Italy for 30 years.
Right.
So she cooks the Italian way.
Right.
And she got me hooked on garlic.
Oh my God.
And once again, I've never told you this. We've actually never had this conversation.
No.
And it's a crazy concept, but garlic reminds me of Jerry.
That's nice.
She is
We've never had that conversation
We
before.
have never. There are certain there are certain individuals in my life that mean, outside of my immediate circle. You know what I mean? But there are certain individuals throughout my life that mean the absolute world to me. They are the essence of who I am.
Right.
That's my cousin Munchie. He's a grown
Junior,
man
we
now.
so sorry.
Junior.
Sorry, Junior.
Yeah, that's Junior. And then and Jerry is actually his older sister.
It is. She is.
Yeah, and she is, even though the majority of my life she has lived overseas, she has lived in Italy.
Right.
But we've always had this very special connection, this very special bond.
Yeah, she Facebooks you all the time.
She does. Actually, I just talked to her, I want to say 2 days ago. Because with everything's going on, she reached out and checked in on us.
We love you, Jerry.
We love you, Jerry. But at the time I got to spend with her in Florida, because it was the whole summer, and cooking with her and spending time with her and talking with her and walking with her. So garlic actually reminds me of that time that I got to spend with her.
Oh,
and it does. And
that's so sweet.
That's the truth.
So again, that tells you how much sensory self-care Like you said, for your mental, for anxiety, for stress, even for good memories and good vibes. Smells produce that. So I think that we don't, even like, people go like, walk around, smell the roses. But seriously, smell some. I mean, in New York, I want to smell everything.
Nah, you won't do that.
But I could go down a New York street in Brooklyn and smell the pizza before I got there. Was like, because that smell automatically touches your taste buds and your senses and make you go, I want a piece of pizza.
How honest?
With Italian icy. Come on, somebody.
But you gotta fold and let it and hold it and let it
grease
drip just for a minute.
Yes. And get you like a rainbow Italian icy and walk. And you can't eat it standing there. You have to walk down the street in New York. You gotta walk and eat. I don't know what that is. Down here, y'all so bougie. Y'all don't walk and eat.
How honest can I be with the family right now?
As honest as you want to be.
The smell of urine takes me home.
Because that's the smell.
Because that's New York.
In the train station.
And the smell of the train station.
My God.
Yeah, I which is crazy, guys. So let me unpack this for a second.
What smell triggers?
Yeah.
It triggers
because
you.
what happens is, even though I was born in the South, I always said I was born in the South, but there's nothing Southern about me.
Exactly.
I'm not a fan of outdoors. I'm not a fan of trees, camping. Give me concrete and buildings, and I'm good.
He will not go in the house. Lord, get on my nerves when we go home.
In Charlotte, in North Carolina, I want to stay in the house. Mm-hmm. Put me in Brooklyn, you can't get me to stay in.
No, he want to be outside all
I want to be
day,
everywhere,
long.
Because it's the sound of the traffic, the sound of trains, the sound of people fussing, whatever, the music you're hearing.
Yeah,
13 different languages at one time.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that's home.
Yeah, I think it lightens. I think people understand that the sensory also lights your brain up.
It does.
It lights your brain up. It does. So we talked about seeing. We're not gonna talk about all of them, of course, but
why not? We got time.
But just think about this. So here's some tips for seeing.
Hold on, but why not? We got a captive audience right now. Can't nobody go nowhere.
Really, babe?
We can talk to them for 3 hours.
No, we're not.
They can't go nowhere.
So let's talk about. Okay, so talking about the smells for 1 second. Then I'm gonna get to something that you said.
Okay, cool.
So we talk tips for smells is buying some flowers for your house.
Yes.
And beautiful. That's a twofold, really. The beauty of the flowers is the sight part, but the smell of the roses of the flowers is the smell part, right? Burning some incense like we do, frankincense and myrrh. We burn that for spiritual reasons, but burning some incense if you like those. Having a diffuser with your favorite smell is another good tip.
Because everyone that's listening is not as bougie.
Really? Diffuser is not bougie, baby.
Explain to them what a diffuser is.
Diffuser is like a beautiful glass case, what I call it, with oil in it.
Bougie alert. Bougie
right?
Alert.
With small sticks or twigs, and the oil of it goes up the twigs, the reeds as they call them, and freshens your air. I hate you. And freshens your home. So you can do that as well. Again, you can do the essential oils. You can do essential oils by putting in a rag and smelling it. Seriously, even when you have a headache, you can do eucalyptus or spearmint or peppermint and put it on the top of your head or under your nose, seriously, and it will ease on the temples, on the temples of your head, and it really eases your headache. Yeah. So just the smell of it, again, using essential oils. These are just tips, guys. Putting some essential oils in water, putting it on your stove, turn up very low, and just letting it steam up. Just recently we did a citrus steam. A citrus steam. We got a big pot. We put a citrus steam is basically for people who have allergies.
Because right now, pollen and allergy season is crazy right now.
So it's people who have allergies or asthma, anything like that. And so the citrus smell normally loosens up and help you breathe better. So what we did was we put oranges, lemons, peppermint. We didn't have a peppermint tea, so we put peppermint oil in there and water and some pink Himalayan. Am I saying that right?
Pink
salt, because that salt steams up and makes the steam come up more. And we put that on our stove and we steam the house, and the moisture itself helps to cleanse your nostrils.
It's basically a homemade humidifier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Basically, but the smell is so good of all like the peppermint, the orange and the lemon together, not only for your house, but for you to smell, to unclog some stuff. So that's something else that you guys can do. So that's just a tip. So let's talk about taste, because we just talked about.
Okay, cool.
New York pizza. Come on. And I know some people don't even do it. Chicago pizza is better.
Nah, I'm sorry, dog.
No, we love y'all.
Nah, dog,
we
New
love
York pizza the
Chicago.
best.
But that New York pizza,
Nah, dog. New York pizza the best.
New York pizza's the
There
best.
is no better. There is no better pizza than New York pizza.
It's not. It's not, people. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say.
21 shrimp fries.
21 shrimp and fries from
Yeah,
the
we're
Chinese restaurant.
we're on a different conversation right now. But
That still tastes, right?
yeah, 21.
So,
oh man, fried rice with some gravy.
Hey, come back. We're not in New York no more. Come back.
I went there. I'm
Just
sorry.
come
Go
back.
ahead. I'm
Come
sorry.
back.
Taste.
So
Talking about
taste. Yeah. So taste is another thing that, especially because we're all home right now, this is the most beautiful thing that you can do with your family. Is to cook and y'all taste different seasonings, try different vegetables you've never tried before,
Right.
cook different foods from different countries. Like, have a taste test, and I think, so that's one thing that I think is amazing.
I'm actually going to add something to that too.
Okay, go for it.
Regarding taste.
Go ahead, go for it.
Actually take the time to taste your food.
Yeah, don't gulp it, which we normally do.
Yeah, because what happens...
That's mindful eating.
Mindful
Come on
eating.
now, use it.
Because what happens is that because we spend, in our society, we spend so much time being busy.
And rushing.
And so much time rushing.
Yeah.
Rushing from one thing to the next. That even when we're eating...
Even we take lunch.
If we take lunch, then what happens... Okay, sidebar for a second. There's certain cultures in the world that for them, lunch or eating is an event.
Yes, it is.
And they stop and they
Italian
take time.
people love it.
They
I
do.
love them.
And they stop and they take time and they savor the food.
Yeah.
Because it's a couple of different things. A, they're paying respect to the person that took time to make it. And then they're allowing themselves to actually feel what's going on. They allow themselves to be in tune and balance with what's going on. So they stop and they actually take the time to taste what they're eating. I promise you, most of the times when you eat, you don't even know what it tastes like.
And I think too, that's why a lot of restaurants and a lot of places, their plates are not so full. It's a very small portion. Because in honest, if you do mindful eating and you take your time and you taste everything, you really won't need to eat as much as you think you need to eat, to be honest. It's a mind thing.
Right.
And it's a taste thing. So I totally agree. So this is the opportunity for you guys to do that. To cook, use a different seasoning. Like we started using, let me see, rosemary, fresh rosemary,
Fresh thyme,
cilantro,
which it took for me getting used to.
Yeah, cilantro was something we had to get.
Cilantro is strong for me.
It's strong.
Yeah.
It really is strong. What else? Mint, using mint. What else do we use? So it's just different fresh seasonings. And if you don't have the fresh seasonings, that's fine too. But this is the trick when you don't have the fresh seasonings. Let's say you go to the store and you get the parsley or the oregano,
the dry herbs.
The dry herbs. All you need to do is put it in a bowl, seriously, and begin to crush it up. Just crush it, and that kind of like beat it,
right?
And that helps bring some of that flavor,
the
essence,
essential oils,
the essence of it, the essence of it. So that's another trick. But I think guys, even now eating dinner, take your time, do mindful eating. Take one bite and maybe chew it for 20 minutes. Or do a taste test. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
In the house with the kids, especially with the kids. Make a meal and be like, and get them a little index card and be like, tell me if you can recognize at least 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
Or,
yeah.
like right now, especially because we're all confined right now with the families, how to use taste.
I want to take that word away. I don't like it.
Which one?
When they be like, you're confined to home when you quarantine.
Okay, well, we'll take that away.
What word could we use?
Engaged. Right now, you're engaged.
You're engaged with your family. You are vacation with your family.
Staycation, yeah.
Staycation at your home with your family. I just don't like the word. Like
that's why we won't use it again.
Sound like I don't know. Ugh. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But use this time. Like, okay, talking about taste. Don't allow anyone in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Make a dish, something that you don't always usually make.
Yep.
Blindfold them and feed it to them. Let them eat it and see if they can guess or figure out what it is. Yeah. There are so many different ways. And actually it does 2 things too. That's a twofold situation.
Yeah.
It's fun. Have fun with the family. Have fun with your kids.
Right.
But also it forces them to start being in tune with their senses, in tune with themselves. The one thing about, and I learned So I know this is true because I learned this from watching a martial arts movie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, babe.
So I know it's true.
Okay, because you watched the okay.
Yeah.
You got 2 seconds on this one, baby. Go ahead.
Because the ancient Chinese master would not lie to me about such things.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
They would not.
Go ahead.
When you lose one sense, other senses become heightened.
Okay.
So, like, for a person if they lost their sight, their hearing,
right,
their smell, those senses have become. I'm telling you,
Dr. Oz told me that too.
I don't trust Dr. Oz.
It's about the master.
I don't trust Dr. Oz, but I trust teacher.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
Teacher Young. I trust teacher. Teacher will not lie to me.
Baby.
So do things like that, like blindfold them, which I know it sounds crazy. Blindfold them, have them and utilize their other senses, have them utilize taste, and just have them start utilizing these other senses.
Because I don't think we even utilize them to their full potential, to be honest.
We don't.
We don't. So another one, I think, far as taste too, is for husband and wife. This is where this may go downhill, y'all. If this conversation may go downhill, but have a wine taste. A wine.
Definitely a wine taste.
Do a wine taste.
Definitely.
Where
and invite me over. When you do the wine tasting, invite me over.
Like, go buy different kinds of wine.
Yeah.
They don't have to be expensive. You go to Aldi's. Aldi's has a really good
they have a good wine selection.
They have a good wine selection.
They do.
Our place, Earth Fair, they closed down, had an amazing wine section. But anyway, selection. And you and your husband can get together, have like 4 glasses. These are just some tips, guys, while you're home, vacation, staycation, or whatever you want to call it. We're just not gonna call it quarantine and I don't know what else Sanchez said. But anyway, so you want to take those.
I called it confinement.
Confinement.
But you said I can't do that no more.
Lord, we can't say that. And 4 different glasses, and you guys take your time and taste it, smell it.
Be a wine connoisseur.
Yeah, be a wine connoisseur. You and your husband, or you and your significant other, or whoever, and just have a good time, and then have a dessert with it.
Yeah. Not saying get drunk.
Not unto drunkenness.
Yeah, we ain't saying be out here and just become a lush. We ain't saying that. But just because most people don't take the time to do a wine tasting or to sit down and really learn about a wine or just learn about anything.
Or just learn about it. Exactly, and learn about the wine. One of my favorite things to do before we move on to a different sensory or
I got the next one. I want to talk about the next one.
Okay, I'm scared. But yeah, the other thing which is really easy to do is chocolate. Go find some amazing, incredible chocolate and then chew it slowly, do mindful eating with it, and have like a little notebook and write down. I do this all the time with my groups of girls, or if I get a group of women, and I have them close their eyes and tell me what they taste. And sometimes it's truffle, sometimes it's a Snicker. The crazy part, I've done a Snicker before and asked them to write down or whatever, and they didn't even know that it was a Snicker. So I would ask them, how many people eat Snickers? Just ask them about candy. They're like, oh girl, that's my candy. And then I give it to them with their eyes closed and they're chewing it slow. They didn't even know it was a Snicker. Which leads me to believe people don't taste their food.
They don't. They just devour it.
So those are just some tips that we trying to throw out at you guys that you guys can do this week. Let us know if you try any of those tips. I'm almost scared, but go.
Also, with everything we're telling you, family.
What you about to say?
Oh well, let me do a disclaimer real quick.
Yeah.
Everything that we're telling you, family, to really be able to do it and do it well, you got to let go of self for a moment
and be present.
Be present.
Be present in this.
Don't. If it feels awkward,
who cares?
It's okay.
Just be present.
Let it be awkward. If you don't like it, it's okay. But you tried it.
Yeah.
But to be able to successfully be able to do this and do it well, you have to let go of self.
Yeah.
So that's my disclaimer.
And
now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
The one
baby.
that I want to talk about.
Okay, I'm scared.
It stays with tea. It's a tea. We were talking about taste. I'm gonna stay with a tea. Touch.
Okay.
We don't understand, or I think we used to, as a child, as a baby, how important touch really is.
It is very important.
One thing if you had a baby, or if you are about to have a baby, or you know somebody with a baby, one of the things they tell you about an infant is it's very important in the first few months of that child's life.
First hour or two.
Is that touch, that skin on skin contact.
That's why they do it immediately as soon as you have your baby.
Yeah, it's that skin on skin contact.
It's important.
And then as we get older, we get away from it.
Yeah.
Especially men. And what happens with men, the only time we want to touch is when we're about to have sex.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
Wow.
I'm telling some secrets with my dudes. They may get mad at me, but that's true. And once again, I'm not talking about every dude. This is
so do not email us talking about really Sanchez. I touch my wife all the time. Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of the times it's because we want something when we do, and because we forgot about the importance of touch.
Yeah.
How important it is just to rub your spouse's face, rub the back of your spouse's head, kiss your spouse on the temple, hold your spouse's hand.
Yeah.
Hug your spouse.
Now, hug, I'm sorry to interrupt you on that one, but hug is so important. And not even from a husband, wife, but just some people just go through so much and just need someone to hold them and hug them.
Yeah.
That human contact.
In a non-sexual way.
Yeah.
I don't want anything from you.
Right. Just hugging you just to let them know that you're okay and I got you. That is so important, seriously. So I just want to just say that. So hug somebody that, not a stranger, but hug somebody.
Actually, no, hug a stranger.
Oh, Lord.
Hug a stranger.
Just don't roll up on a stranger, baby.
I'm just,
right?
Do Kevin Hart. Hold your hands out.
And bring me. Come on. Well, let's just
close
do
your hand
this.
And be like,
let's do this when this is all over.
Yeah,
when it's all over. Hug somebody.
No, but it's just.
Yeah, touch is important.
For me, honestly, and you may disagree, but I feel like out of all the five senses, touch is the most important. And the reason I say that is because
I can see that.
So much
contact.
Yeah, it's that contact. So much can be said through a touch. So many nonverbal communications. So you can actually hold an entire conversation with someone simply by a touch.
That's deep.
You never have to open your mouth, but depending on how you touch that person,
right,
you can hold an entire conversation with them.
Because you touch me wrong, you on the ground.
Hey,
see?
It can go one or two ways.
It can work or it can't work.
One or two ways.
Yes.
But and like you said, it's that because we're so busy as a society. We're so busy, even in our own families or even in our own inner circles. We are so busy most of the times that we don't stop long enough for that human contact, that human interaction, that handshake, that holding hand, like you said. And I've said it before on the podcast, I'm a walking contradiction. I'm not a fan of human interaction, but I love hugging.
Yeah, you're a huge
hugger.
You believer in hugging and healing.
I'm a huge believer in hugging.
You believe in hugging. You believe that the hug is a healer.
I do.
Yeah, so that's why.
There's been, and it has nothing to do with me, but there's been literally so many times where I have hugged someone and they have broken down in my arms.
This is true.
And just started, just as they say, that ugly cry in my arms because for that moment, they just needed to feel loved. Yeah. They just needed another human being. Yeah. And once again, not in a sexual way.
Yeah, or anything.
Not in a sensual way.
Yeah.
Not in any. It's simply just, I'm a human.
You're a human.
You're a human. I'm here. You here. You need an embrace. Let me embrace you.
Let me embrace you, yeah.
Now, men, let me tell you something. Pay attention to your wife. Because a lot of the time she may not say it.
Right.
9 times out of 10 she won't say it.
Okay.
But she just needs you to go hug her.
Yeah.
And just go hug her.
Yeah.
And just stay there.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. Don't turn your phone off, put it away. Don't look for anything else, but just go and hug her.
Yeah. Because
you'll trust me. Just do it.
And I think the same thing goes for women as well. I think there are men that are the first ones to initiate it. I think men, as far as hugs, are huge initiators. And I think that when it comes to hugs, and I think for the wives and significant others too, go and hug your husband for just no reason. Just let him know that you're there. Let him put his head on your shoulder. Whatever it takes to have that touch, that human contact, that touch.
Let him be vulnerable for just a moment.
Yeah, let him be vulnerable. Let him rest for a minute, So that's just a thought. So here goes some tips.
We got tips?
I got tips for touch, yes.
Let's do it.
We're home. We vacation, staycation, or whatever you guys want to call it. Engaging, having a good time with our family. Some of you guys cannot go to your regular masseuse. You cannot go to, what do we call it? It's down the street. Massage Envy.
Massage Envy.
Hand, feet, spa, whatever it is,
Yeah.
to get massages. So here we are. So you can be each other's masseuse now, right? And please, I'm like, I don't know what to do. YouTube it, Google it. There's pictures, there's illustrations.
You can find everything on Al Gore's internet.
On whose internet?
On Al Gore's internet.
Al Gore?
On Al Gore's internet. You can find everything you want on Al Gore's internet.
Thank you, baby.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying.
You can find a family-friendly way to massage.
Nope. Then that's all we're going to say.
You can find I'm about to make another kid massage.
Babe.
What?
Thank you. We
got adults.
And you don't even have to go outside. If you got some coconut oil, now don't you be rolling up on no cooking oil. I'm saying if you got some coconut.
Put the canola down.
do not roll out with that vegetable.
Do not put vegetable oil on your spouse's back.
So, if you got some coconut oil in the house, I'm sorry, y'all. I love essential oil. Some baby oil in the house. Come on, somebody.
Hey,
listen all over your
that's
body.
That's that back in the day with
that
that baby
back in
oil.
the day, boy.
You
got
young
that,
kids don't know nothing about that
baby oil. Get that baby oil glistening. But anyway, okay, we digress.
Oh, you could do some things to that baby oil, boy.
Babe. Anyway, baby oil, coconut oil. Put your favorite essential oil in there. So you are not only are you giving touch, but you're giving smell. So find a good smell and then put on a nice, again, YouTube it. Pandora has meditation or spa music.
Actually, there is
seriously, it's a spa music up there.
No, I was about to say, because one of the channels that I listen to constantly, especially when I'm at work, is Pandora's spa channel.
Yes, is it not good?
I love it.
It is. It's so serene.
It's so soothing. It's so serene. I love it. I listen to it all the time at work.
So I'm gonna need you guys to do that, and then get some candles. That's for the visual. That's for the sight, the flicker of the candles. Don't be burning down no house. Do not burn down your house.
Yeah, because you can't come in with the Crenshaw.
Do not be like, we told y'all to do that. So if y'all know you clumsy, the Dollar Tree has the flickerless light candles where it just flicker, but it ain't really burning.
Oh, man.
I'm going to need you to get that if you got some problems.
I had a really close friend who was, he wouldn't let no candles burn in his house.
Oh, my God.
His wife would light the candle, and he would come right behind and
blow it out. Yes.
Every time.
Your brother friend.
My brother friend.
Your brother friend hated it. So that's a couple of things that you can do when it comes to touch.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. The beautiful thing about what you just said, you actually, in that particular setting, you could actually incorporate all five senses.
You could.
In that particular setting. So let's go through it real quick.
Go for it.
So with hearing. So you have hearing.
You got the music.
That's the music. Even if you don't like the inspirational, you can do the soft jazz. You can do, I mean, depending on
but
where
do the spa, y'all.
Yeah,
do the spa. Got it. Trickling water.
You got the spa music. You got the music for the hearing. For sight, you set the mood.
Set the mood.
You got your candles.
Unbalanced.
You got the unbalanced.
Unbalanced.
You got your beautiful spouse. That's
Look
your
at
sight.
all of that. Yes.
For the touch, okay, we're doing the massage. So you got that.
Yes.
What else? Taste.
Taste
Comes after the massage.
Yeah, that's not.
No,
I'm not gonna touch taste.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna stop. You go ahead.
You sure?
You go.
You sure? Everything all right?
I was gonna take this podcast.
No,
left.
Yeah, come right.
We family friendly.
Come back right.
Y'all
so that's one thing that you guys can do, and then also, I'm about to say, I know what he's gonna say after I say this, but also, you can give each other pedicures. Give your husband a pedicure. Don't do this. Don't look at me weirdly. Because I took him to the spa to get his pedicure because I used to do them myself and then I stopped. So he gave me that look like, really, you don't even do mine no more. But I did go pay for you to get one.
You did. I appreciate it.
So,
too.
okay. So you can give each other pedicures. And that's another thing. Massaging the feet is magical. That's why women go they don't just go to get their feet done and toes because they can do that themselves.
Yeah.
But the hot water and the massaging so you can give each other. Give it up for the ladies. Give your husband or your significant other a pedicure. Come on, somebody.
But gentlemen, do me a favor first. Have love for your spouse and dip your feet in some bleach first. Because I know most men, y'all don't take care of your feet.
This is general people, so don't nobody call us about that either.
If it fits, it fits. If you get mad at me, it's because it's true.
You know, and get it. So that's another way.
So I'm just
massage.
saying, yeah. But before you do, have some love for your wife. Get you some bleach and some lye,
baby,
and dip your toes in that bleach and lye mixture.
So much.
Because I'm pretty sure you ain't touched your feet since you was a child.
No, shut up. And all men are like that.
I'm just saying.
But just do that. So that's another good way as far as touching the massaging, the pedicure. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do chair. You don't have to be a lay down massage. It could be a chair massage, just your shoulders.
You can be watching something on television and just
massage the
shoulders, the hands.
Or the hands. Yeah. So there's different ways that you can do that. So just some tips about that. So let's see what else. What else we got? What else you want to talk about?
So we've talked about smell. Mm-hmm. We've talked about taste.
Yeah.
We've talked about touch.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back to touch though.
Okay, and then I want to go to hearing.
I just thought about something about touch too.
Talk about touch.
Touch is so good also for anxiety and stress, because I remember when you used to be really stressed. I don't even know if you have them anymore. Remember you used to have the Chinese silver. And you used to just twine balls, and you used to just go twist them. And then everybody who worked in corporate America got that squeeze ball. The stress ball.
I burst a couple of those.
The stress ball. They would give it to everybody with their little company name, and you would just squeeze it, to take out the tension. So that's another thing too. If you can find something with your hands. Also, we used to have, remember the big thing was the spinners.
I still got my fidget spinner.
The fidget spinners. The touching also is good, because even the massage and the pedicure is good for stress release and anxiety release. But if it's just you and you want something instantaneously, then you can squeeze a ball or something like that for the touch. But I don't know if that sounded right, baby. But anyway,
I took this somewhere else, so don't worry about it.
No, Sanchez, carry on. So we're talking about what do we got? What do we got?
So I want to talk about hearing. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing.
Go for it.
What are you hearing? So that's the question I have when it comes to hearing, when it comes to self-care regarding to hearing. What are you hearing? And what I mean by that is, what are you allowing to be said to you, as far as who you are as a person, as far as where you are in life, as far as the situations that's going on right now?
Okay.
What are you allowing to come into your mind? What are you allowing to soak into your spirit through your ears? Mm-hmm. So are you a person that just feeds off negativity? You just want to hear negative things all the time. You want to hear that gossip about somebody. You want to hear that things are going bad all the time.
Right.
You only want to talk about things that are going bad. What are you hearing? Because for self-care, hearing part of it to truly work, you have to be mindful of what you're allowing into yourself. Mm-hmm. Because what you allow in, it doesn't always come out.
No, you can digest it.
Yes. So if you're a person, and I've said this before and I will always say this, it is good to be aware, but not focused on.
Right.
And
absolutely.
especially during this time. Mm-hmm. Yes, be aware of the situation that's going on. Be aware of what's changing. Yes, but don't focus on that. Don't spend all your day listening to every news story, every news report, everybody that has something to say about it. Don't spend your entire day listening to all that, because all that's going to do is hype your anxiety. It's going to make you more nervous. It's going to make you more worried. It's going to make you more scared, because all you're doing is feeding yourself all this negative stuff.
Yes.
That's why it's so important. And even if it's not, maybe you don't like music. There's people in the world. My wife doesn't really like music.
Not a lot.
But find something that you listen to that makes you happy.
Audiobooks, like we talked about. Audiobooks. Inspirational sermons,
podcasts, whatever
music,
it
is.
But you have to find something that brings you joy.
Yeah.
It's, for me,
happiness.
Once again, that brings you happiness. Once again, a lot of things that trigger me takes me back to growing up as in my grandparents' home. Like the theme song for the Flintstones. Whenever I hear that, I automatically get happy. You will always find me humming or singing the theme song to the Three Stooges. And that's because my grandmother and I used to sit down every day and watch the Three Stooges together.
Right.
And just hearing that theme song of the Three Stooges reminds me of her and that time.
Yeah.
So you have to be, and if you have to be careful about what you're bringing in, what you're listening to, and if you find yourself only listening to those negative things, turn it off. And two, so listening is so major. So here's some tips for listening. I think you kind of covered them though, babe. But one of the things because while we're home chilling, if you have a karaoke machine, my goodness. Please, karaoke.
Oh my goodness. Let each other hear everything, how you sound. Karaoke. What's happening here?
doom.
Are you karaoke? Ying?
Doom 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 doom.
Oh, really, baby?
Doom 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 doom.
You gonna do these Flintstones?
Is that
the Flintstones? Yeah.
Nope, that's the Three Stooges.
So I thought it was a Flintstone.
No, the Flintstones. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
Yeah, it's a faster beat.
Have a yabba dabba good.
No, that ain't.
Time.
That's the end part, baby.
Flintstones.
No.
Meet the Flintstones.
No.
That and Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy.
Are you serious right now?
Dora Judy. Jane, his wife.
Okay, I'm just.
My grandmother just always watched cartoons together.
Oh my God.
I'm done. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm just laughing at you. But you want to do karaoke night, sing, listen to good music, sermons, podcasts, books. Like he said, anything that's good. Also, one of my favorite girlfriends, Dr. Renee B. One thing that she taught me, she used to always tell me, if I was anxious or going through something or did not feel well, she would go outside and be grounded. And so she would tell me to take off my shoes, go out into the grass, and just dig my toes and my feet in the ground to be grounded, because the electrodes from the ground, and then close my eyes and just actually listen and see what I hear, right? And that is the most soothing to things that I wouldn't necessarily hear because I just go outside, don't pay attention to, but to feel grounded, to feel the dirt under my feet, and to just stand there and hear. And then she always say, and then when you come back in, write down what you heard, And I do that for mindful meditation as well. I'll be like, after it's over, tell me what you heard. And sometimes you can hear things much better. So that's another thing too, with hearing. And also, which I love, is a telephone game. Let's just see how well you listen. So with your family, you can say something and take it around. I don't care if it's 5 of y'all in the house, and just do it just to see how well you listen and how well you can tell somebody what you heard.
All right.
So that's just a couple of tips.
So for those who are not from our generation, the telephone game, really simple, because I know they don't really make telephones anymore. The telephone game is really simple. So you get a group of people, and one person whispers something in the second person's ear. And what that second person has to do is now repeat what they heard to the next person. And then you continue to do that till you get to the last person. And the goal is to see if what the last person says matches what the first person originally said. It's really cool. It always works out that it's never the same thing. Never the same thing.
Which means we don't listen as well as we think we do. And there's more senses. So just use all of them. My favorite, again, is just to go outside or sit somewhere and just close my eyes and just listen and just be and let all of my senses fire up at one time.
Because here's the thing, family. Right now is the time to do stuff that you've never done before.
I believe it.
Now is the time to do stuff. Once again, I'm going to go back to a previous statement that I said, that you have to, right now during this time, you have to come out of self. Because we spend so much time saying, well, I don't want to do that, or I'm not going to like that, or I don't feel like doing that. Now is not the time to do that. Now is the time to do things you've, like my wife said. And I know some of you guys tuned out when she said, go outside barefooted and put your feet in the grass.
First of all, my feet ain't first. I just got a pedicure. You talking about man to give me a pedicure? Now I'm outside. He just gave me a pedicure.
So I know some of you, but I promise. And what that is being present.
Yes.
It's being in the moment.
Yes.
And what this time right now is going to teach us is to be present and to be in the moment. Because I'm going to be honest with you.
Enjoy.
The only thing you can control right now is you being present and you being in the moment.
Yep.
Nothing else. You can't control the economy right now. You can't control the stock market. You can't control if they find a cure for corona. You can't control how long we're going to be confined. You can't control any of that.
You can't even control your kids.
I done seen some of y'all kids. And
y'all ain't in control. Y'all ain't in control, people.
Your kids run the house.
Yeah, y'all ain't in control. Amen.
But what you can control, and that's why we're having the conversation about the 5 senses.
Yes.
Because your 5 senses are the things that you can control.
Yes.
Because you can control what you hear that you allow into your body, that you allow into your mind.
Yes.
You can control your perspective on what you see. You can control on what you taste. And that's not just a physical taste. You can control on what you're touching. You can control on what you're smelling. These are the things that you have full control over. And it all boils down to one thing, being present and being in the moment.
Yes.
And I'm saying this conversation more to the husbands that are listening, more to the men that love, the men that are in a relationship right now, and you have that significant other. Right now, be present with them. Be present in this moment. Be present in what you're saying to them.
Yeah.
Be present in what they're saying to you. Be present in how you touch them. Just be present right now.
Just be present. Two things before we go, because I guess we're winding down.
Are we winding down?
We winding down. I said winding. What? We winding down.
That's that country in you, girl.
Huh?
That's that country right there.
Oh, Lord. My family would be like, what? But two things I would like for you guys to do. For me, when it comes to that of being grounded, go on YouTube and find a video of Tai Chi.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, guys.
Yes.
Tai Chi is going to run you crazy at first if you're a person who like to go and move and don't like to be present or have any patience. Because Tai Chi is basically a slow, rhythmic movement of your body.
You can't do it fast.
You can't do it fast. You have to concentrate. You have to be in tune with your body. You have to use all of your body and all of your senses to be able to do Tai Chi. So I want you guys to go up there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see one if I can find one tonight and put it on our page.
Okay.
And do Tai Chi. The second thing I want you to do is the body scan. We've talked about that before.
Yes.
The meditation
body. What a body scan is.
I am.
I'm sorry.
The meditation body scan where you lay down on the floor, on the bed, wherever you want, and you just lay down and you breathe in and you breathe out and you breathe in and you breathe out very slow. And as you do that, you start from your feet and you begin to recognize your toes and respect your toes and breathe in and have your attention, all of your body attention to your toes. And then you ease up to your ankles and you ease up to your thighs and you go all the way up till you get to the top of your head. But this should not be something you do in 10 to 15 minutes. I want you to take at least 45 minutes. I know I said 45 minutes because I want you to acknowledge, respect, appreciate, and love on every part of your body. So if it's your toes, wiggle your toes and just think about your toes and think about your foot and how your feet hold you up. This is a body, for me, a body scan is not only being in tune with your body, but the gratitude that you give your body for what it's doing for you, what your hands do, how your feet hold you up, how your legs and your thighs and all those things. And a lot of times, most people, when it's over, be like, I didn't know that part. My arm has been hurting for a while or my leg has been hurting. That's normal. It's not something that never happens. So those are the two things. Do a Tai Chi and then do a body scan. And I think on our page, we'll even put it up there. I can find a body scan as well. But those are the things that we want you guys to do. And I hope you guys got something out of it because it's important.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Sensory self-care.
Sensory self-care. Understanding your five senses, understanding how they work in harmony, and understanding how it works in harmony to bring balance to your life.
I like it. Look, that was a commercial. Go on, boy.
All right, so wonderful.
Yes.
So since we're getting to the end.
What's
your final thought?
My final thought
Actually, hold that final thought.
Okay, what?
No, go ahead. I'll do it after the final thought.
What?
I was going to do the ending housekeeping, but I'll do it after the final thought.
I think that my final thought is be patient and take the time to be in tune with the environment that you're in right now.
I like that.
Be in tune with where you are right now. Be patient and be engaged where you are right now. Embrace it. So be engaged, embrace it, and enjoy it. The 3 E's. You saw that?
I saw that.
Be engaged, embrace it, and enjoy it.
That's that elevation right there.
That's that old Pastor Frank.
That's that elevation right there. So my final thought is going to be fairly simple. It's going to be focus on the things that you can control right now. The things that you cannot control, let go.
Give it to God.
And only focus on the things that you actually can control right now.
And that's you.
And what you can control right now is how you adapt to the situation. Is how you deal with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You have no control over the actual situation itself, but you have full control over how you handle the situation.
Yes.
So, family,
I love it, babe.
we thank you. We thank you for
guys.
joining us. We thank you for listening.
We love you.
As my beautiful Smurf of a wife said,
I'm going to jack him up later. He got a black eye, guys.
hopefully, send help. People send help. She beats me in my sleep.
I do not. You're the elbower.
So
that's another podcast by itself.
So
anyway.
hopefully, family, you able to glean something from what we
Hopefully.
said. Hopefully. And we just, once always, we're an interactive podcast. Mm-hmm. We're on the socials. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We do have an email address, which is thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
We do.
Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Family, we love you. We thank you for joining us. Family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.